Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French DDR5 Premium SPG we know as Fifi La Pew Pew. You might know it as a leFhy or a leaf blower. This one's on the south spawn of Prokhorovka and it's under the command of Mike 1963-1. And it's a reduced numbers game in this battle. Apparently, it's a tier 5 game with tier 4 tanks in it, and Mike's gone straight for the bushes next to the railway line. In fact, not quite next to the railway line. He's actually opted to go to the other bush because of course he intends to move about a little bit and fool the enemy Arty as to where he actually is. The enemy Arty is also another Fifi, another leFhy. Okay, he's waiting for an enemy tank to come visible. They'll pop up at the centre line. Seeing as the enemy heavies are a B1 and a Type 95, and our team has got 2 Type 95s, and they're fairly weak on armour, it's more than likely that Mike's going to have a bit of fun with the Type 95, but he's going to find it difficult to take down the B1 because, of course, his tank, his Arty, is based on the B1. Okay, we've got an 38 nur Art. Panzer 38 NA. Oh, beautiful shot! Wow, that was a good one. 163, he tracked him, got some track damage. Oh, and a kill shot! That was perfect. 2 shots and the guy's gone. Going for the M5, ramps out. Just zipped over his head into the water behind him. He's bound to know that he's being fired on if a round does that to him. Rounds out. Lands right next door to him for 60 hit points. He must know that he's being focused on now. And he's not going to be happy, but there's not a lot he can do except run away. Yes, it reminds me of the old Monty Python joke, doesn't it? Run away, run away. I think that was because there was a rabid rabbit out there somewhere. Rounds out the Type 95, lands short. RNG said no. He's going to go for another one. Works out where it's headed. That round landed short as well. In fact, the enemy B1's decided to come over the railway line, over the centre line, and gets a nice hit into the side of him and gets some damage assist because, well, I think did he get some damage assist? No, he only got 155 of actual damage. But the score's even at the moment, but he can change all that if he can put a round into that Type 95 and wipe him out. Rounds out. Much better. 108 from a direct hit. Work out his track, dial in, and fires ahead of its path. But unfortunately on this occasion, he didn't drive through it. Working out. There he is. Got him. Rounds out. Lands short again. RNG's not being kind to Mike. Lines him up. Rounds out. And that's better. And that was a penetrating shot as well. Did 403. The alpha's 410 on this Arty. So if you get 403, you must have penned him and got a low roll. Okay, we can't see him. There he is. One shot, you can take him out the game. Oh, no. That didn't work, but he can put another one in. And hopefully that'll be right. Rounds out. This looks good. Yes, it is. Kill shot. Okay, so who's next? Okay, M5 Stuart. Oh, we just heard a rumble of enemy Arty. Now, I wonder if that's firing in our direction. But you can see Mike's having to readjust his aim on the M5 and didn't want to fire because he wasn't sure exactly where he was going, but he is now. And the M5 managed to dodge that shell by moving forward. We're firing around him, but he looks away. At the moment, the shell's already out the gate, and out the barrel, rather. And suddenly realised the M5 is still there. Now, did he get a hit or not? Doesn't look so. But he's dialing in again. You let it settle on the target, you get a much more accurate shot. The M5's just sitting there in that general direction, and he fires another round there. Oh, beautiful kill shot. And I think that was a pen as well, because if it wasn't, I'd be surprised. But it did overwhelm him. He's now trying to get the Matilda. Rounds out. Nope, didn't get that one. But we're now 2 up on the enemy. And it looks like Mike has already managed to achieve potentially 20% of the enemy hit pool, which means a possible high caliber. And he fired a round in there where there was no explosion. So I think he hit an enemy tank that might have been in the vicinity. Well, he definitely hit that Matilda. Okay, trying to go for him again. Rounds out. This looks good. It does. 110. Good. Keep at it. Oh, we lost our Type 95, but he adjusts his aim and hits the Matilda again. 116. He's shooting very well today. Only those RNG misses that he had to worry about. Oh, another kill. Beautiful. That's what we like to see. So there's 5 enemies still out there, but he's already the lead scorer, I think, in the game with 4 kills. 4. That's a lot. 1,640 hit points of damage. He's rocking this team. M5A1 Stewart lining up the shot. Rounds out. Long flight time. Oh, now I think that just missed it. And, well, he was unlucky. The M5A1 Stewart stopped for a brief moment. I'm not sure if he's still there anymore. We really need one of our tanks to actually go up to the centre line and have a quick look for us. Hopefully the M8A1 or the Keyhole will do it. The Keyhole's moving up. Okay. There's the M5A1. He's moved over. It's gone closer to the railway line. Mike's adjusting his aim, but the guy's moving very quickly, so it's a long lead shot. Oh, no, it didn't work because he changed course. But now he's slowed down, and this could be his undoing, because Mike will work out where he's headed next and try and lay a round down in his path. Okay, keeps changing direction. Rounds out. Looks good. Oh, so close. Okay, he's running short on ammo now. He's got 12 rounds of HE left and 10 rounds of heat. That's a lot of heat, because you have to get direct hits on the enemy in order for the heat to work. And, well, we've got 5 tanks left on our team. One of them is still sitting back at our cap area, or near our cap area. I think he's an AFK. Okay, lining up the M8A1. Rounds out. It's very close. Now he has to be careful with the ammo now, because he could run out. Rounds out. No. Yes, he is running low on ammo now, so he needs to be very careful about what he uses and what he fires at. And he also needs to make sure that he's fully dialed in. Oh, I think that was by accident. That was a negligent discharge. Yep, it's happened to me. I've done it as well. Rounds out. You fire not meaning to fire. But you just, when you move the mouse, you accidentally press the trigger at the same time. Rounds out. Let's see if that one works. Oh my god, he got a kill. A blind kill on the M8A1. That now gives him 5 kills. Because it wasn't recorded. It's not showing at the top of the screen, but he definitely killed him. And that means he's 1 short of getting a top gun. And there's still 4 enemies out there, and the scores are even. So what he really needs now is he needs that Stug 3 Ausrung G and the M8A1 to spot for him. But he's only got 17 rounds of ammo left. He's burned through 33 rounds of ammunition already. Go for the M8A1. Looks good. Just to one side. Try it again. Lost sight of him. There's more guessing there. He needs that M8A1 to spot for him. There he is. Okay, working out. Rounds out. Looks good. Kill shot! That's his top gun. There's only 2 enemies left. The Matilda Black Prince, which is a very tough tank to kill. He might want to switch to the heat. If he can get direct hits on this baby, then heat ammo will do the world of good to him, because he might be able to get a pen for about 350 hit points. That's what the heat rounds do. Okay, we've lost sight of him again as he's gone into the tree line. Ow! And we lost our M8A1. He was taken out by the enemy Arty. As I mentioned earlier, the enemy Arty is also a Fifi, a leFH. So we think that the Matilda Black Prince is headed south. It might be a good idea for him to move into the trees nearer to the railway line and keep these trees between him and the enemy Black Prince. But I suppose he wants to see through the bushes because he's got a view range of 390 meters, and if that Black Prince comes out of the bushes, well, he might be able to be the first one to spot them. But it could also be that the Matilda behind him, the one that's actually AFK at the cap, would spot for him anyway, because even an AFK tank is actually working as a scout. Okay, the Stug's in distress because obviously I think he's being fired on by the enemy Arty, and that enemy Arty might be in grid square A6. That's where he's headed. Very good possibility of that. Well, he didn't find the enemy Arty. Is he over the railway line? Well, Mike's decided to go up the other end. And this is a good idea because the Matilda's still going to spot for him even while he goes up the other end of the map. And the Stug started capping. Now that could prompt the enemy Arty to fire at the Stug. Now the Stug's gone Arty hunting. He wants that Arty, and the Matilda Black Prince has suddenly been spotted. Mike stops his Arty and turns to fire at the Matilda, who's stationary and firing at our Matilda. He's dialing in. Needs to load the heat rounds. Rounds out. Direct hit for 9 hit points only. Our Matilda must be losing health. Go again. Gets another hit for 70. Needs to fire a heat round at that guy to go right through the side of him. Oh, we did get a pen. And he used the heat ammo now because he's run out of HE rounds. But he's now getting the effect. Rounds out. Just missed him there. The Matilda's not AFK. He's firing back. Just missed him again. Matilda's turning towards us. Work out. This is good. Yes! Fantastic shot. Takes out, and that is the last enemy, because whilst we were watching this battle, the Stug killed the Fifi, and that wins the game. Well, that was very good. Right at the end, Mike gets the last kill of the game, because we just featured another replay in the last video, and the Fifi player in that game also got the last kill of the game, which won it for their team. Very well done by Mike, because yes, he managed to get one short of getting a Radley Waters in that game, in a tier 5 game with tier 4 tanks in it. That's pretty good going. But he actually managed to get an ace tanker because he did so much work in that battle. He basically carried his team across the finishing line, really, because although the Stug went up the other end to find the enemy Arty, Mike was the one who stuck around to make sure that his team won by killing the Matilda Black Prince when he was threatening the cap. So he got an ace tanker in a tier 5 game. That's almost unheard of unless you do extreme amounts of damage. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 18 in this one. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game overall. And of course he got that top gun for getting at least 6 kills. It would have been Radley's if he got one more kill. So if he'd taken out the enemy Arty as well as that Black Prince, yes, he would have got that medal on top. But he did win the game for his team. And just look at the figures. 2,628 hit points of damage. The nearest player to him was the enemy Fifi, who got 1,468, and the third highest in the game was the Matilda Black Prince with 1,186. So very well played by Mike1963_1. He also got the highest number of kills in the game. He got 7 kills. The enemy Fifi got 4, and the Stug 3 Ausrung G managed to get 2 kills. They were the only players who got multiple kills in the game. And when it came to base XP, he's got that one as well. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. Yet again, we've got another player top on everything. 1,175 went to Mike 1963. The second highest in the game went to the Stug, who managed to get 496. And the third highest in the game went to the other Arty with 458. He beat all the other members of the team on XP. So very well done to him for putting up a good fight. Anyway, let's have a look at detail. 44 shots fired. He only had 6 rounds left at the end of the game to kill the Matilda Black Prince. But yes, he got him, and he got him with a heat round. 16 direct hits on the enemy, 7 penetrations. Yes, those heat rounds started telling at the end, but he did get pens on some of the enemy tanks during the battle. I'm not sure if our figures would actually show it. Yes, it shows 2 pens on the Type 95. He also got a pen on the Panzerkampfwagen 38 Nuart and the M5 Stuart as well. He penned him. He penned the M8A1, so I was right. That one, they put the round through. It was a rather big roll, but it did take him out of the game. And he got 2 pens on the Matilda Black Prince towards the end of the game. Incredibly well done. 17 splashes on the enemy as well, 2,628 hit points, and all of it was done at more than 300 meters. Damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 7, and did 295 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 37,564 credits from the game, and after ammunition resupply, yes, he did fire a fair amount of heat ammo, and it is rather expensive. He actually ended up with a profit of 35,226 credits, so there must have been another figure in there that's missing, because if you deduct 21,000 from 37,000, you don't end up with 35,000, but it's still a very good score. It's a profit, and I'm sure he'll take that. 1,175 XP times 2 for the first victory, 705 for bonus for being a premium vehicle, and 4,231 experience points altogether. He said bot bashing time, but I don't think really they were bots, because if you look at these scores, they only put up oh, they do put up the names for the bots as well. Sorry, there are semicolons in front of some of these names, so he was actually hitting some bots. Normally in the past, when it puts up a list of the names, it puts up a list of only the human players in the game, but we can see in this game that there was a number of bots as well. There was only 3 live players: the Stug, the Matilda, he was a live player, and of course Mike. So yes, he did have some bot opponents, we shall say, and the only live players in the game were the M5A1 Stuart, the Matilda Black Prince, and the enemy Arty, and he did kill 2 of those, so the rest of the time he was bot bashing, as he said. But a great game, and thank you so much indeed for sending in this replay. We've had a surfeit of Fifi games recently, or leFH games recently, mainly because I think a lot of players have been getting them out because there were so many Fifi players, new players coming into the game for the first time, experiencing what it's like, and they wanted to see exactly how difficult it is to actually get an ace tanker. Well, it takes a lot of effort. You have to be a good player, and you also have to dial in on your target to get accurate hits. It really does help. But you see someone like Mike and someone like DefNub in the previous video, and you get to realize that with a bit of experience, you can have a lot of fun with this Arty, and that was a great game with some fantastic shots. And of course, Mike didn't use the battle assistant. He used the overhead view and did it the traditional way, and that's, I think, in some ways more difficult than using battle assistant nowadays, which makes it much easier. But very well done, great game, very much enjoyable. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.